Yeah, I couldn't be more thrilled for my 23 seniors. You know, when I got hired by Dr. Campos and President Amy, I told them the press conference was going to be very important. We made a big deal out of that, but the most important piece is going to be me getting in front of those kids pretty quick. And I can remember like it was yesterday, almost a year to the day, that I just asked them to give me a chance. You know, they didn't choose me; I chose them. And those 23 kids bought in, and they're getting rewarded for it today. Our fan base is awesome to show up and give those guys what they deserved. A great send-off, and they played really well. And they'll always be remembered for establishing our 2-1-0 triangle of toughness, our culture, our brand. And those guys will always hold a special place in my heart. And I'm just thrilled for those kids right now.
Jeff, reaching 7 wins, what does it mean to you, these players? Did you think you could get to this point?
You know, it's not that I'm most proud of, honestly. That's 11 weeks in a row my kids showed up. There's no one out there that can say we didn't show up and play every snap. We might not have been the most beautiful thing to watch at times, but there was never anybody concerned about lack of effort. And we just kept getting better. They're a joy to be around. They like to play football. They like to practice football. And it was definitely a November to remember. I mean, when you can close out undefeated and break the school record in back-to-back games offensively, you've done some stuff. And opportunity or adversity. It seems like yesterday I was talking to those guys about that in June, and we just didn't choose to look at it as adversity. We just chose to look at it as an opportunity. Got to be on national TV 7 times, Fox Sports Southwest again today. The brand is hot right now. If we can't go recruit to this stuff with a new $45 million building, I can't wait to see the Alamo Dome rocking next year. I think our fans want to come watch this. And they're all coming back. I mean, we're young, and it's going to be a fun team to watch next year.
Woo.
Jeff, when you look at this game specifically, what were the keys to having such a dominant showing in this one? Anything that jumped out?
I think it starts with the triangle always. Our defense, the interception by Rashad was big. The interception by Clarence was big. We're frustrated we didn't score on the first drive. I chose to take the ball, and we thought we had a really good plan to go do that. And we had the fumble. And if we just hadn't done that, we had a great. That same play showed up many times the rest of the night. But we just really kept banging on them. And our defense kept getting them off. You know, I've played that way before. My first 7 years as a head coach, I played just like that. We were very, very fast with our tempo. And, you know, you either hurry up and score or you hurry up and punt. That's the only negative to that style of offense. And we just have chosen to play team football. And we slow the tempo down. We're going to play defense too. And our defense did a good job of getting them off the field. And when they did score, it was one play, we were right back up. And we wanted to just keep pounding the rock. And we thought in the second half, our offensive line, our tight ends, and our running backs could lean on them. And that's what happened. And again, our special teams was fantastic again.
We've seen it again and again with Sincere, but what's your reaction when you look down and see that he has 251 yards? It's a new school record.
I watch him every day. He shows up every day and works his tail off. He's yes sir, no sir. First one of the meetings, last one to leave. We've got great culture, and he's one of the leaders of that. And doesn't surprise me at all. Our line and tight ends and receivers, our quarterback carrying out fakes, those quarterback runs help him too now. Frank pulling that ball and going out the other way, they got to all be worried about Frank. So it's great complementary team football. And I'm happy for Sincere. 17 came out there and trucked somebody as well, and 33 ran it well, and so did 5. So that line and tight ends, they deserve a lot of credit as well.
Speaking of Sincere, even after he had the record, it was kind of shocking to see him still out there. Was there any kind of mentality of having him, seeing a guy working so hard all season and then knowing that he's also in the running for the national rushing yards title this year?
No, sir. We're just trying to win ball games and keep people healthy and keep them fresh. And we're not about all that stuff. That's why we got you guys for. Y'all hype all that up for us.
So may I ask why he was still out there then with such a lead at that point?
We're trying to win. We're trying to win. I didn't want to be on ESPN for giving a comeback in the Alamo Dome. It's college football, man. We got to keep playing.
There's still a chance y'all could make up the Rice game, but there's also the chance of making a conference championship game without that game. What are your thoughts on, and then also there's a chance the bowl game could be the next game, but what are your thoughts on just the possibility that maybe there is another game for y'all in December?
We're going to get through the 28th, enjoy the day, and when Dr. Compost calls me and tells me what's up next, that's what we'll go do. But I know my guys are going to sleep in a little bit tomorrow, and we'll get that video graded. We're going to try to go win the day tomorrow, and when my boss tells me what's next, that's what we'll go do.
Okay, great. Jeff, do you feel like you guys made a statement here that you deserve to be in a bowl and have the opportunity to have the season continue?
That's for you guys to talk about. I mean, my job is to coach the team, get them ready to go. It's my media's job to go hype us up. I'm sure we've got a marketing team that can do all that for us. And I'm going to stay in my lane on that and just do what I'm supposed to do. And I know we have an awful good football team that plays the game the right way, and I'm proud to be their coach.
Obviously a big win today. You already attributed it to the triangle of toughness. Early on, a little bit of special teams issues, missing the 53-yard field goal. I don't want to look at things too negatively, but overall, how do you evaluate the triangle of toughness today on all levels?
Jonas, were you at the same game I was at?
I was there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just making sure. 53-yard field goal is a pretty long field goal.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good kicker. He did all right.
So Jeff, how do you guys try to approach this week then, with the uncertainty ahead? Is it going to be like a normal practice week? Have you thought that far ahead?
Yeah, we have. We're going to take it as we're not playing next week. And if we hear otherwise, we will change. As of right now, these guys have been grinding for a long time. And so tomorrow will be a normal day. We'll let them sleep in a little bit. And Monday's their off day anyway. I'm going to give them Tuesday off as well. And then we'll practice again Wednesday. Obviously, if Dr. Compost tells me something changes, we'll communicate and get back to our normal week, which would be a Tuesday, Wednesday.
Is this the part where you now start to look around at the different scenarios and think about what it would take to get in the league title game and things that you've kind of blocked out up to this point?
I can't do anything about it. There's nothing I can do. That's going to come down to the tiebreakers and the rules. I know you know that stuff better than I do, probably. And I know Dr. Compost has studied it as well. I'm just going to wait and hear what I'm told to do. I can't control it anyway. Dr. Compost is the one that she's in those conversations. They don't let football coaches in those conversations. So those are the higher ups that make that call. My job is just to get my team ready. I'm treating it as if we're not playing. But if we get a call, we'll be ready to roll Tuesday, and we'll start preparing for whoever that might be.
Would you have an issue if a team with only 4 games played ended up getting that title game spot ahead of you guys with all the work you've put in to play 7 games this year?
I'm just so glad we're getting to play. I really am. I'm just so thankful. We've got to play 11 games. And if they could give us some more, we'll be glad to go play. And if they don't, we won't. I can't control it anyway, so I'm just wasting my time. It's just one of those years, it's unprecedented. There's going to be a lot of those discussions, right? I mean, I hear it every time I turn on ESPN. What if? And there's just nothing I can do about it. So, no, I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do, Greg.
We kind of laid out all the scenarios of possible games, bowl game, Rice, championship, whatever that might be. Do you have a preference of what you'd rather happen these next few weeks? Whether you want an off week and then a game, or is there a preference for you?
No, I have a preference. I'm just not going to state it because it'll be misreported, and then it'll look like I'm being ungrateful. So, yes, I have a preference, but I will keep that to myself. I think it's probably pretty obvious what my preference would be.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Jeff.